Morning. Welcome to Trades and Gains. I'm your host, Max Pitts. And well, let's talk about Nvidia. Yeah, the company single-handedly holding up the US stock market while your 401k prays they never miss a quarter. Today, they're reporting earnings after the bell. And Wall Street's treating it like the Super Bowl, except instead of touchdowns, we're betting on how many GPUs Jensen Huang can smuggle into China without pissing off Trump. So here's the setup. Nvidia expects an $8 billion hit from Trump's China chip restrictions. That's billion with a B, which in Nvidia terms is basically a slow Tuesday. First, Trump bans sales of chips to China in April. Then he unbans them in July. Then in August, he says, sure, you can sell, but daddy gets 15%. This isn't economic policy. This is mob protection money. And now Trump's threatening 100% tariffs on semiconductors unless companies build in the US. The good news, Nvidia is probably exempt. The bad news, they still have to deal with Beijing calling their chips a backdoor security risk. And you know what? For once, maybe they're not wrong. You ever try updating Nvidia drivers? It's a backdoor to absolute madness. Now, the stock, Nvidia's up 35% year to date and 44% over 12 months. They hit a $4 trillion market cap in July, the first company to officially become too expensive for your Robinhood account. Analysts expect $46.2 billion in revenue and $1.01 in EPS. That's up 53% and 49% year over year. Impressive, right? But last year, they were growing at 122% revenue and 151% EPS. So yeah, growth slowing, but only in Nvidia terms. For any other company, these numbers would be like finding out your grandma has a side hustle selling Ozempic on TikTok. Now, here's where the money comes from. Data centers, $41 billion. That's 90% of the revenue. Basically, every AI server on Earth is powered by Nvidia. They're like the drug dealer who owns the whole block. Gaming, $3.8 billion. Remember when Nvidia made graphics cards for gamers? Cute, right? Now gamers can't even afford them because hedge funds are buying RTX cards by the pallet. And then there's the new GB200 super chip. Yields are up, shipments are climbing, and Wall Street's drooling like it's the McRib coming back. But the real prize is the Blackwell Ultra chip, Nvidia's next-gen monster. If Jensen Huang announces one more GPU, gamers are going to need to go to therapy. Now, of course, the real show is politics. Trump is treating Nvidia like it's his personal ATM. First he bans, then he taxes, now he threatens tariffs. It's like dating someone toxic. They dump you, then text you at 2 a.m. like, you up? Also, wire me $8 billion. And let's not forget, Trump just fired Governor Lisa Cook for allegedly having 2 mortgages. Meanwhile, Nvidia is literally building the AI brain for the entire planet. But sure, let's police real estate, paperwork, talk about some mixed priorities there. So here's why you should care. Options traders are pricing in a $260 billion market cap swing after earnings. That's bigger than the GDP of Finland. One earnings call. If you don't think this stock moves markets, you're the guy still buying Bed Bath & Beyond calls. And if you're trading this, remember, the big whales don't care about whether Jensen wears the leather jacket. They care about guidance. If Nvidia lowballs Q3 because of China, expect fireworks. If they shrug off the $8 billion hit and say AI demand is still insane, then guess what? The S&P 500 goes burr. Turn on the money printer, my friends. So yeah, Nvidia is either about to remind us why it's the closest thing we have to a market cheat code, or it's about to prove that even AI Jesus can't outrun Trump's tariff bazooka. Here's my advice. If you're holding Nvidia into earnings, you're not an investor, you're a thrill seeker. You're basically betting the rent money in Vegas and calling it a quote unquote data center play. But hey, at least with Nvidia, the casino sometimes lets you win. Bottom line, Nvidia is the most important stock on earth right now. AI, gaming, politics, geopolitics, it's all baked in. But if you think you can predict how this earnings call goes, forget about it. Even ChatGPT won't touch that one. All I know is whatever happens, Trump's going to take credit. Nvidia, yeah, I invented GPUs. True story. That's all we got for Nvidia preview going into earnings today. Hope y'all have a great trading day today. See you guys out there in the markets and have a nice morning.